Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to work on a Lego set and a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And to get things going, I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego to the site, the Tier 2 blue emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, you can go ahead and lurk and you don't have to say anything. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Welcome, welcome. It's a Thursday night. Tonight's agenda, we're going to talk about an anime that was real good, that wrapped up just the other day in the second hour, because I got 2 episodes to talk about, because I hadn't gotten to the 12th episode last week, so I waited till this week. I watched episodes 12 and 13, and I will admit I got a little emotional during episode 13 of City, which just fucking rules. It's so good. So we'll talk about that in the second hour. We're going to talk about some video game stuff and some news of the world and things of that nature and all that. And we're going to finish up a model kit. We're going to finish up a Lego set and start a model kit. Let's go over the overhead camera. Now, you may remember that often what happens around here is I talk about how many subscribers I have, but September ended incredibly, bizarrely. Hey, Lord Crashes, and welcome. September ended with a bang. Literally moments before the stream ended on Tuesday, the last day of September, Bunny Fiend came in and dropped 20 fucking gift subs. Sorry, 200 gift subs. I said 20, which is more reasonable. He dropped 200 gift subs, which then caused Valorant, because Valorant was taking part in September, to gift 54 community subs. And I think there were 57 for the month. And then Harold was in third place with 5. Thank you, Harold. Lord Crashington wants the dance button. That's right. It's a new month, which means there's a new song. So we will hear the new song right now. Yeah, so I don't have to think about how many subs I have for a month, basically. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Is there a... There is. That's right. It starts off as a banger and then also has a drop in it. It has a pacing to a drop. It builds to the drop, which is very silly for a song that already starts off great. But yeah, that's a new song. If you hit the dance button, that song happens. We are working on the Lego One Piece Windmill Village Hut. The Windmill Village Hut. We have a teeny tiny Luffy with the small legs. Luffy holding the hat. We've got 2 armed Shanks. Shanks not losing the arm yet. We do have our Gumma fruit right there, ready to be eaten. And we also have Makino just hanging out. She's just chilling at the bar. And we're going to finish this kit. I'm going to turn this properly. You can kind of see what's going on here, but we'll put it into building position so I can build it. And then we'll build in this area here. And we're working on, I believe, a wall, because we got the wanted poster that needs to go up here. Various things and things that need to go on this. There's another sticker to apply, because there are still a few stickers left, and this is one of them that we need to put on here. So we'll put the sticker on. Just, a little faux wood here with the sign that says notices, because there's only one notice on this board. We'll use this spudger as a way to apply the notice to the notice board. I hope you're doing well out there. It's a Thursday. As I said, Tuesday stream, we checked out for I don't think I'm going to stream that game again, Unfair Flips. Unfair Flips is fantastic, and I enjoyed playing it. It was a good time. And we did finish it twice, and I got the ending I wanted the second time. There's still one ending I haven't gotten, which is the 10% of it actually flipping the 10th time. I didn't get that. But I did get the ending that I did want, which was the egg bug ending. So I did get to see the coin that is a shout out as a tribute to egg bug. So that was good. Okay, so that goes here. Goes on that side there. And then let's continue building here. Thing going here. This piece here. But yeah, that stream I thought was real fun. Thank you everybody that came by that. And of course, as I said, it did end with a fucking bang, with an explosion. And I think I mentioned it there. So peek behind the curtain, part the kimono, all that dumb stuff. You may have noticed if you watched it live or you saw the clip, I got emotional. Mental math happened in my brain about what an additional 254 subs was going to do beyond the normal, gifted subs. We were already doing well. We were on our way to 40, but me thinking about what that money was going to be able to do for the stream, I got fucking emotional there. I was getting choked up a little bit, just like, and so it was a good thing that happened at the end of the stream, because it would have been weird. That energy would have been weird for me to have, and then immediately gone into like flipping a coin in a game where that's the only thing you're doing is flipping a coin. So, but I did get a little verklempt. But I've had time now to kind of like live in that world that halfway through this month, around somewhere between the 12th and the 15th. Let me quickly look at the calendar. Yeah. So probably between the 13th, which is a Monday, and the 15th, which is a Wednesday. Sometime between then, I will have a PayPal payment of a bunch of fucking money. A good amount of money will come into my possession that will all go into the stream, which also means I should say this. I can then put in money that was normally going towards model kit building, in addition to, because obviously every penny that comes in here from Patreon and Twitch goes into buying model kits, right? 2025 version of the kids movie Blank Check. Yes, a little bit of that. But yeah, to be clear, every time you subscribe, you gift a sub, you join me on the Patreon, that money goes into buying model kits and Lego sets and equipment, right? It always does. There are some months where that's not enough, and I need to then take out of personal funds to buy model kits and Lego sets. Like kits are getting more expensive. My dollar does not go as much as it used to. Now, for a while there, that got balanced out by the fact that subscriptions went from $5 to $6. So it became, a bit pricier to do that. I was making a little bit more money even with a few less subs, and things were still holding pretty good on Patreon. They've dipped a little bit on Patreon, but not significantly. Just they have. That happens over time. So that was going there, like, that kind of benefit. But really, the honest to God truth is, there are some months where, like, okay, there's sometimes where I buy a jigsaw puzzle that takes me 8 streams to complete. That's very inexpensive. That's a great bit of time there. That's like a month where I'm doing great. But sometimes, like, I want to buy the new kits that have come out, right? I want to buy the G-Quux kits. Amazon has some of the G-Quux kits that would be cheaper there than other places, but they don't have them as soon as Gundam Planet or USA Gundam Store. USA Gundam Store is currently sold out. But if I wanted to buy some G-Quux kits from Gundam Planet, I could. It's just going to be more expensive than buying them on Amazon. But if I want them sooner because people are interested in the new kits, then I'm going to buy them from Gundam Planet or something, which I don't have a problem doing. But then that is an added expense. That expense, it costs money to do that. And so there's some months where I got to chip in. This means for a while anyway, I won't have to do that, right? Money I make in other venues won't have to go into me buying model kits. for a bit, or Lego sets or gear for a bit. This also means that when by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, I'm going to hit $100 in AdSense. I'm like 90 something dollars. I haven't gotten the update of my September money. That'll be in a couple days. I don't think I hit enough, but I'm like so close to hitting the threshold. And then 15, 20 days after I click it in, I will then get money from Google. It takes a little while to get money from Google, unfortunately. But when I do get that money goes into model kits, right? That also means that I was already guaranteed that I'll be able to buy some stuff. It means that I might, instead of just buying a bunch of $20 to $30 kits, which is not normally the plan, I might buy some $45 or $50 kits. I might buy some rare, harder to find high grades, or a master grade that's out there, a couple master grades that I haven't built yet, because I have the wiggle room to buy something that, might not take, might take a little long, might not take as long as another thing to build, but would be really interesting for people to see. Like, people might want to see me build that kit. So it's, or I can buy something from that Lego Game Boy. Yeah, not maybe exact that, but like maybe another One Piece thing. Like, maybe there's another One Piece Lego set that, like, previously looking at it going, well, I have a budget. So if I go Lego One Piece, and I have to do One Piece, not Lego Piece, Lego One Piece. Like, with these funds from Bunny Fiend, like, I'm not going to buy the Going Merry. That's still unreasonable that that I pay $140 for, let me look at how many pieces this is. I mean, that's 1,300. Okay, so it's 1,300 pieces. So, like, the pieces to dollar ratio is still pretty good. That's still, like, not bad. But I'm not going to spend $140 on a Lego set. Like, it's just not reasonable for the stream, even though I'm going to have an influx of cash. But, like, I don't know. Maybe I buy the Buggy's Circus tent. Buggy Circus tent. Buggy Circus tent is $55. 573 pieces. We get another Luffy. We get Nami and Zoro and Buggy minifigs. Maybe it makes sense for me to get that. I'm actually going to add that to my shopping list. Not my wish list, my shopping list. Like, maybe, because of Bunny Fiend's unbelievable generosity, ridiculous generosity, a $54 Lego set isn't unreasonable to purchase. And, that's 500 pieces. That's a few streams, right? This is, I can't remember how many pieces this is because I don't have the box with me. This is, a stream and a half. So, twice as many Lego pieces. That's a couple streams, right? So I was like, oh, well, maybe that's not unreasonable if I have a bank of funds. And obviously, every dime that is being sent to me, with these many, many gifted subs from Bunny Fiend, which also triggered Valorant. And gotta mention Valorant. It is important to mention that between Bunny Fiend and Harold, I got 57 gifted subs from Valorant. So that also goes a long way. I got more gifted subs from Valorant than I had subscribers at one point. So, yeah. At a certain point, like, between those two things, it's like, okay, well, I could probably buy a couple things that might be a little pricey. Right now, I have one model kit that is a Premium Bandai kit. Maybe I go look at Premium Bandai and see if there's anything else that strikes my fancy. Maybe I can have a couple things here and there. I got a G Gundam kit that's coming out next year that I ended up pre-ordering because I really want to build it. The Gundam Altreon high grade came out, and I don't have that. I have built the Shenlong, the new Shen. It's the one of the new updated wing kits that I haven't built. And that's a little pricey. I can pick that up. Lashbrook asks, do you have any interest in altering your process at all? Glass files are pretty cheap and easy to get good results and would help kits take a bit longer. So, Lashbrook, I have thought of that. Obviously, panel lining has increased the time it takes me to build model kits. And so that is something that I didn't consciously do that because it would take longer. I have thought about that, but I think it, to me anyway, getting slightly better results in the look of a kit is not worth it for a kit to take longer for the audience. You know what I mean? Like, I could, if I wanted to drag out the process of building a model kit, I could do the double snip technique, right? Where I, instead of clipping directly at the part, like this here, where I'm going directly at the part, I would do the inverse. Clip there, and then I would use a file to file down the nubbin, right? The extra. Which in some plastics, especially older plastics, would prevent kind of bending and things like that, and color breaches and those kind of things. I could do that. And that would slow things down. But right now, I think I like the balance. I like that a small high grade, like this kit, is 3 sprues. This is going to be today's stream, and then probably all of Saturday's stream, because also there's a transformation that's going to take a while. So it's like a stream and a half to build an old kind of small high grade. And then a bigger high grade will take 2.5 streams. And I think that's like, how do I put this? There are people who watch what I do that sometimes I think get a little bored with what I'm building, right? Like, I have noticed that if I am doing something that takes like 3 or 4 streams, then it might make people be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know. Because there are streamers out there that don't worry about that. They take forever to build a kit. I don't know. I kind of like my process. Also, I should say, selfishly, I don't get bored with a model kit. I've never worked on a model kit in the years I've streamed here. I don't think I've ever been like, ugh, I'm still working on this fucking kit. There have been a couple real grades that took a little while, a couple master grades that took a little while, but they've always been interesting, and they've always been things I wanted to build, so they haven't gotten boring for me. But it's possible that someday that might happen, that I'm like, just like not enjoying the process of working on a kit. I bet if there is a master grade for G-Quux, it's like if the red or the G-Quux Gundam, I would maybe get bored with a build like that, just because I don't really enjoy. I didn't super enjoy the process of making those 2 kits. I'm gonna buy other G-Quux kits. Don't you worry about it. I am gonna get other G-Quux because I am interested in that. I'm gonna get the G-Fred at some point. I am interested in G-Fred. I'm gonna get one of the Gelgoogs. I don't know which one, but I've got one on the wish list. I'm gonna get one of the Gelgoogs at some point. And is there any other one that I really want to build? I don't care about the gun cannon. I don't care about the Sion. I do like a night themed. I just think it's kind of boring that it's all one color. I don't really find that fascinating. Oh, and then next year we are getting the ARC 782 variant and Charzaku 2 variant. Those are coming out next year, but not till next year. And I am interested in those because I think that the white is an interesting looking version of that kit. So at the very least, I know there are 2 currently that I want. I don't want also there is a alt version of the Zaku that isn't the police version of the Zaku, which I'm not interested in. That was the one I didn't mention. Was the Zaku is one that I was not particularly enthused about, the cop Zaku. Like, I just don't really want to build it. Okay. Is this all right? Okay, so this goes here, goes there, and then got to put this here. But yeah, I'm excited to, in the middle of this month, buy some model kits. I am going to be buying something before that. The Patreon money will clear at some point, and then I will put in a purchase. So this goes like, nope, they popped open. That didn't work right. All right, so this should theoretically interweave this and this, go like this, and then this goes like that and like that. No, that isn't right. Not the best instructions on this, I'll say. This roof, okay, there we go. I'm not feeling like these instructions were particularly great. Oh, and there's one more. We got to build the other one, which for some reason we didn't do when we built that one. But whatever. Yeah, I am going to be making a purchase before then. I'm not saying exactly what that's going to be, but I will make a purchase or 2 once the Patreon money clears. Because I'll have to, as always, gotta refill. The thing we'll be working on next, the Union Jack. No, sorry, not Union Jack. That's terrible. The Union Flag we'll be working on. That's the next model kit we'll be working on. And that model kit comes from Gundam 00. It is a grunt from Gundam 00 that does have a transformation. It is a grunt that looks like it should have a transformation. So it's a good thing it does. All right, so this then kind of just fits in here in a way that lets you... Oh, you know what? I just realized I missed a step a while back here. I started building the door here, and I remembered that I didn't build this. And that's going to make putting the roof on a lot easier, because this piece will be there. Totally goofed on this one, friends. Completely forgot about this thing here. All right, and then this goes like that. Now when we go back to the roof assembly should go on a lot easier, because it just kind of sits. Yeah. Wait. That don't make no sense. Are these... Did I do this wrong? Oh, okay. I put this in... This should be like this. Yeah, all right. These have to go in farther, which then will let this sit like that. Yes, okay. See, like I said, I didn't think the instructions for this were that clear, and they weren't that clear. All right, now we got a roof hut, which you can take off to see all the stuff inside, which is cool. That's neat. And then we'll get the last minute touches on here. We got to get a couple stickers have to go on the surfboard. The surfboard has, I believe, all of the remaining stickers on it. So we'll have to get that on there. Let's see. I'm going to let them cook, but I am slightly worried about the main matches. The only 2 matches so far announced for Wrestle Dream. I'm sorry, there are 3 matches for Wrestle Dream. Hangman Adam Page is defending the AEW Men's World Championship against Samoa Joe. And we got to there because they were in a 6-man, and Page didn't want to tag Joe, or was stealing tags from Joe. And then Page accidentally didn't actually make sure he had, when he was handing him his tag belt, didn't actually make sure that Joe had a handle on it. And that's disrespect. And he is forgetting that Joe is a killer. And then Hangman is like, why are you being a dumbass? Which is fair. I am slightly worried about this, not because I don't think the match will kick ass. I'm sure the match will kick ass. I am only worried about this because Hangman Adam Page's first men's world title reign was marred by too many matches where he faced baby faces. And now Joe is a babyface who is acting a little heelish, but even when Joe's a heel, it has been proven that the AEW audience does not care that he's supposed to be a bad guy. Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe. Now, I don't think people are going to boo Adam Page for beating Samoa Joe, but I am like, whoops, shit, fuck. But I am like, we didn't have to do this. Speaking of we didn't have to do this, I did just bust up this shelf, putting too much pressure on it. So that's fun for everybody. So I have to fix that, because that ain't good. So I have to put this here and then this like this. Yeah, that just slid out of there. And then I got to put a stool back here, which is fine. We fixed it. I fixed the goof that I did. Oh, and then party. Where does parties go? Parties goes... I don't remember where this sign goes. I have to go back and look. Parties. Oh, parties goes under there. Okay. The parties sign goes here. I'm worried about it. It's because I think I don't want Hangman Adam Page to be wrestling baby faces. I want him to be wrestling heels. It's already been a better run than his first run, but like I'm still like, I don't know about this one. All right, so now we got to build a guardrail here, so we'll build that. And on the other side, we have another babyface versus babyface. The current champion, Chris Statlander, who is by all accounts the AEW Women's World Champion, by all accounts a babyface, taking on Toni Storm, who I think if they wanted to, they could turn her heel and it would work, because I think the crowd could decide to boo her and it would be okay. But it's still like a thing where I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know how that's gonna go. But it might work out. I'm more confident in that being okay, where the crowd will just be like excited for both of them. But I'm still slightly worried about the crowd booing Hangman. Not the full crowd, but I am worried about a portion of the AEW audience booing Hangman Adam Page when he beats Samoa Joe, which he should. I guess he could lose. I know some people were like, well, why isn't this versus MJF? MJF is on a quick little break here. He's taking some time. But also because they've got a pay-per-view in Long Island this year. World's End again. They're gonna do it at World's End. I think that's where we have that match, is my guess. And so this is a stopgap feud. The other match that's been confirmed is Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley in an I Quit match. And I appreciate that Moxley's like, I don't know how, but I'm going to make you say I quit. And I think that's very fun. That is a nice little twist on the thing, where Moxley's like confident he'll win, but he's not sure how he would win, because how are you going to get that motherfucker Darby Allin to say I quit? It's like, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'm just not sure how yet. I find that funny. I think that is a good bit of business. I don't see that part. Like a coconut tree part. And I don't see it. I am currently not seeing a piece of Lego that I am looking for. And I don't know where it is. It is the it is not an essential piece of this thing, but I would prefer to have it. This goes into this piece here. So hold on, I may have fallen. I don't know. I'm gonna wheel back my and kind of just like look around. Hold on, I'm gonna go to this screen here for a second. Let's see if I can find it. I'll keep talking while I go and look for this thing. I don't know how to find it, but I might be able for a Lego. Don't see it, but I'm still looking. And it's not essential, thankfully, but it is weird. But yeah, I don't see it, so now we'll come back to the main menu here. Yeah, I don't see that piece. I don't know what happened to it. That's frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. This is still going to look like a tree here. You know what? Actually, I will say it means that this does not connect properly because it does need that piece there. There's something I can do here to minute. Yeah, you know what? I can do this. I could put this on here. Yeah, that's fine. This is not exactly how it's supposed to look, but it will look all right like this. Yeah, I don't know where that little piece went. If I find it, I can update this thing, but I am not sweating it. And this goes over here. Try to attach this nice and gotta put some pressure to get that in there. Come on. I don't want to break anything again or ruin anything, so I'm going to try to do this quite safely here. There we go. I did still knock something over. Don't know my own strength. Now this is probably the second or third time I've done something like that. That's not fun. Don't love that for me. Put this like this. And then I'm just going to take the lid off here for a second. Put this like this. And then this goes like that. And then the roof can go back on like that. All right. So now we got a palm tree on here. We'll just kind of sticking out of there. Probably move somewhere you wouldn't expect. Yes, Lashbrook, like or Lord Crash intended. I will at some point find that one little piece. I have no idea where it could possibly be, but I do think at some point it will just appear. All right, let's put our friends here. Let's put this here. And then we put on the chain here. And our oars, we have backup oars, which is nice. Nice to have some backup oars. Put the oars there. And then we can put, if we want, we can put the, you can put that in there. And that's our kit. That's our lot. You can see Going Merry and Arlong Park there are both really expensive kits that I don't expect to get. But I could get this one. Could get that one. Could get that, and that would be neat. I'm not saying I'm definitely, but I could get that, and it would be pretty cool. Yeah, I might do that. Oh, and then yes, these were the ones that these are the wanted posters that could have appeared there. We got Kuro. We could have gotten Luffy, or Mihawk, or Arlong, or Buggy, or Gold Roger, which is faded, Alvida, or Don Krieg. And we got one of the ones I wasn't looking for. I certainly would have taken I mean, Alvita is fun. Arlong is... I don't even know if I count Arlong in the, like, early pirate or early category. I mean, yeah. I feel like Kuro just sucks. I mean, Kuro can't... The thing is, power scaling wise, Kuro can't be a big deal because he's like a pirate running a scam on land, right? He's... Oh, so you know what? It's Buggy. What am I even talking about? The best early bullshit is Buggy. Buggy has skills. He's a dumbass, but he has skills, and he's got a pirate crew where they aren't all like just like swappable. They have personality. They have stuff going on. Having a member of your pirate crew that is like a lion tamer is very dumb in a way that I'm really into. The Buggy pirates are fun, and I think Buggy is easily a top tier. Great reactions to goofs, like a top tier early villain. And of course, the worst is Foxy, which I would count in that earliness. Foxy is the worst. Foxy is like a funny joke that goes on too long. Or it's just like, are we still fucking dealing? Mihawk was a badass tease of what was to come. Yeah, I mean, Mihawk is one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know, that's a force in nature more than a villain. But Mihawk does rule. All right. So yeah, we're done with this thing. We're done with it. I'll tilt it here so you can see. This is a fun little set. It really does feel like a place from One Piece. Obviously inspired by the Netflix live action series. The bar menu on a surfboard is always a nice little touch. I love having Tiny fucking wearing a shirt about the Navy because his grandpa is a Navy man. Little Luffy. And Shanks that has two arms just doing his thing. Yeah, this is a good little build. I like it. It's fun. I'm gonna have to take a photo. You know, we'll do this. We'll have it docked. That's what that's there for. Have it docked, and then we'll turn these guys around so they can look at the camera for the photo I'm gonna take. That's a fun one. This is a little fun set. I liked it. It was a fun little build. It's nice to build a modern Lego from like a series that is out and about right now. You know, more season 2 coming soon. And not build something that's like, this is from Lego Dreams, which I've never watched, but it's still fun. Like, that's still fun, but it's just not something I've ever seen. All right, we gotta go like that. Put the build like that. Hell yeah. That's a fun build. I like this Lego set. Oh, I keep pulling it by the roof, and that's not good. Not a good idea. I'm definitely gonna save all the minifigs. I don't know if I'm going to save the whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna save. Yeah, probably not gonna keep this on display. But it's a nice little thing. Put this aside over here. See what's up later. All right. Union flag. There's the Union flag. And we can take the One Piece photo away. And then we can start building our Union flag model kit. For that, we got to get our part separators here, clippers. Get rid of the part separator for the Lego. Yeah, this thing does have a flight mode. This is a kit from the year. You gonna tell me what year this kit came out in? 2007. This is a very rare thing for the year 2007. This kit does not have any oh god, what's the word? polycaps, no rubberized plastic polycap connectors. So shouldn't take too long to build this thing. There are some stickers. These are color correcting stickers that we got here. Got a few of those. Only 3 sprues. Not a lot to this kit. It should not, like I said, I might even finish it during Saturday stream. As I begin working on this model kit, I will tell you some other news from the world of video games and such. We'll start with the layoffs. There are some layoffs happening here. Starbreeze apparently is refocusing on Payday, the thing what they really beefed on, and they have scrapped a D&D project that was codenamed Baxter. Was a co-op urban crawl through a reactive Dungeons and Dragons world, which was going to be published by Starbreeze as well. And it was basically going to come out next year, and they've canceled it. And they are laying off 44 people, which includes contractors and full-time employees. And then they blamed the union for saying, we can't tell you how many people we laid off because of the union, which is, I'm assuming, fucking bullshit. And they're going to focus on Payday, which they, of course, botched and fucked up the launch of. But they are going to now apparently they couldn't just transfer those people to the Payday 3 team because they're not planning on hiring up for the Payday team yet, but they are going to eventually hire up for the Payday team. It's just not, again, not a great look. Fucking sucks. Good luck to all those folks affected. It is, as always, fucking rough out there. All right, I need C19. Take that out. And not necessarily firing, but retiring, perhaps retiring. We talked about Doug Bowser before. Dan Forden is no longer an employee at NetherRealm. He has been an employee at NetherRealm since it started. He had been working on Mortal Kombat games since they were being made at Midway. He was a Midway employee before he was a NetherRealm's employee. Yeah, he worked at Midway Chicago and then moved to NetherRealm. And he is a longtime Mortal Kombat audio director. He has been at NetherRealm for over 30 years. And seemingly this was not anything particularly gruesome or weird. It was just, I don't know, he seemed pretty happy with his time at NetherRealm. You will know Dan Forden best as the Toasty guy. He's the guy that pops in that says Toasty. That's that guy. Dan. He was still there. He's been there. He's the guy that says Toasty. There's apparently at least one bathroom at NetherRealm that has a sticker of him in the corner of it because he took a selfie at that mirror and you can see the sticker, which I find to be pretty adorable. No word on if he is retiring or moving to a new job or whatever. We wish him the best. But yeah, either that is a bit of NetherRealm legacy. Let's see. Toasty Dan, as he's called online. said, Wednesday was my last day at NetherRealm. We made a lot of fun stuff over the years. I'm really proud of what we accomplished, as well as how much fun we had while making that stuff. There are so many smart, talented people here. Look for even more, for more great things to emerge over the next several years. I wouldn't have lasted 37 years in the industry if fans weren't out there playing the games we made. Thanks to all of you for supporting what we've done. So 37 years in the industry, because again, he was already working when Mortal Kombat was, being developed within Midway, and then moved over to NetherRealm. And that is a wild amount of time to be working. Again, 30 years plus at NetherRealm. That is something to be celebrated. And yeah, good luck to you, Dan. Fucking weird. And that is a thing that like occasionally is weird to remember, weird to recognize that like that's a guy that worked there, right? Like you're like, maybe you've never thought about who the guy that says Toasty is or was or what he did. But yeah, that's a guy. That's just a guy. And now you know. Strange bit of business. But that guy doesn't work at NetherRealm anymore. Strange. Some good news. The UK has its first recognized union in games, in video games. And it's at the UK branch of ZAM, the makers of Disco Elysium. ZAM Studio has established the first recognized workplace union in the UK gaming history. That's, of course, the employees there. ZAM union workers were represented by the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain, the IWGB. Studio management has recognized the fledgling union and will meet regularly with a committee of elected workplace representatives to discuss workplace matters. It is a small portion of people that work there. It is not even everyone in the UK that is an employee at ZAM is part of this union. I don't know the exact number, but it is reported to be relatively small. But it ain't zero, and it's still going to be still cool. Still very happy to hear that. Good luck to them. And of course, as game developer notes, the ZAM team has fragmented since the launch of Disco Elysium in 2019 as a result of layoffs and some very public feuds. But they have almost 100 people worldwide that work for them. And yeah, good luck to them. I hope more people join the union. I hope that this is the start of many more unions across Europe and the United Kingdom. That while this might be the first, I hope, very much hope that it is not the last. Good luck to them. All right, let's get all this stuff here together. Need C9, C2. Why does that say C2? Okay, C9 and C3. There is some text in here because this is a 2007 kit, so this is not in English, which is fine. Makes sense, but I still need a little bit of help. Thank you, Google Lens here. Let's see if we can identify these characters and tell me what it says. Go over here. Oh, no, I want to go here. It says press firmly, snap, long. Press firmly. Okay. Yeah, all right. I mean, I would have done that anyway, but thank you for letting me know. Put that there, there. Working on the frame here. Other gaming news. Ubisoft and Tencent have launched a new subsidiary called Vantage Studios. This has been the plan for quite some time. Hopefully that will not be a fucking nightmare like a lot of other Ubisoft studios. This is like people from several different Ubisoft studios coming together. And of course, it is one of the two people that is at the helm is Charlie Guillemot, who is the son of Yves Guillemot, and who is clearly not fucking qualified for that job. But what else is fucking new? I don't really want to fucking talk about this fucking TikTok asshole that apparently flew to Edinburgh to harass GTA devs. Went to Rockstar North in Scotland to yell at people and be a fucking asshole. And of course, there were people that were supporting him because there hasn't been enough trailers for a video game that's coming out next year to his liking. It's just one of those things where it's like, go fucking eat dirt. What are you fucking talking about? Piece of shit. Fuck off. They're not making enough announcements. They're not giving enough information. Fuck you. Who the fuck are you? Then don't play the video game if you're that fucking mad about it. The fuck? Going to harassing people. Jesus fucking Christ. This fucking garbage. He explained that he is sick and tired of waiting for the answers, which is like, well, why do you get them? Why would you get them special? What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe developers don't want to talk because of dumb shit like what you're doing. Idiot. Fucking really infuriates me. A shout out to GTA content creator Game Roll, who I don't know, and maybe Game Roll also sucks, but I will say this was good. Game Roll said, if you're waiting outside of somebody's workplace to harass employees over a video game, give your head a wobble. I have not heard the expression give your head a wobble before, and I really like it. It sounds great. I'm a big fan of give your head a wobble. That's a good bit of business. But yeah. Fucking Back on Boulevard can go fuck himself, is I guess what I'm saying. You can go fuck yourself Back on Boulevard. Oh, you know what? I have to change our category here to models. We got to change back over to miniatures and models, because we're clearly not making Lego anymore. And yeah, I don't know. That shit just fucking pissed me off. This is some real fuckery going on out there. It's so fucking hard for people to just like live and do their jobs without garbage like that being fucking garbage. Just fucking idiotic. You got the money to fucking fly to Edinburgh to yell at people? The fuck? That's how little problems you have in your life? Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Just fucking, just shitty behavior. Just unbelievably shitty behavior. It's just a dick move. And stupid as hell. And people were like, well, if Rockstar didn't like just put out trailers and like said what's going on in the game, then this wouldn't have happened. It's just like, what are you talking about? What are you even fucking talking about? They don't owe you anything. They're making a video game. Shut up. Why do you need to know everything? Play the game when it comes out, or don't. What are you talking about? Be surprised about things that happen in the video game when they happen. Ugh. Just like real ugh. Ugh. Like, I like the same kind of things that, okay, so this is actually the thing that I wanted to say. I like the same kind of things as that asshole, right? Like, I like a lot of the same kinds of video games as that piece of garbage. That's a bummer. This is a bummer that, like, I also like things that that person likes. Ugh. Ugh. Occasionally, things like that make you go, like, I don't know about this medium. I don't know. I will say that probably I like video games that Back on Boulevard fucking hates and thinks is like ruining games. So I take a little comfort in that. That I probably like video games that person absolutely fucking despises. Like, that person probably would be like, oh, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I have to imagine that I would, like, you know, that person would see Unfair Flips and just, like, lose their fucking minds and be so mad about the very idea of Unfair Flips. Like, you paid money for this? You know, that kind of dumb stuff. So I'll take a little comfort in that. That maybe, just maybe, my choices in games would really piss that person off. Ugh. Anyway, we're working on the Union flag. I'm going to figure out why this isn't snapping together properly. There it is. Going in at a bad angle. And I got to clean up the side here a little bit. Clean that up. Clean that up too. All right. I like this light purple. It's a good looking color. I don't know if I'm going to paint align this with gray or black. We should do a test piece here. We do the inside of this. Just do this side of this here. Put some black on there. And then hit it with the gray over here. Oh, I like that. I think I like the gray better than the black. Yeah, all right. We'll do gray on purple because it is a light color. This is a very light purple. So we'll do gray on this. And then any of the gray pieces that show, there shouldn't be too many of them, but any of the gray pieces that show, we can use black on that. And then also there's a little bit of white here, and we'll use the gray on that. So we'll mostly be using the gray marker, which I think is fine. We do have more pieces to assemble on here before we'll do any panel lining anyway, but I realized I hadn't made the decision before the stream started. I often will do that. I will often look at a piece and figure out what colors I'm going to use for the markers before we get, you know, too far in. But sometimes I have to look at it. Sometimes it's not just how does this color look on the sprue, it's how does this color look with other colors, you know, together. It's like, yeah, this is light, we'll use a light marker on it. Sometimes a kit has like white on it, and I actually want to use black because that makes it look a little more manga or comic booky. But in this case, I think the gray will be fine. It'll still look good. It'll still add a little bit of definition to it. Now is the part of the stream where I am going to talk to you about ways that you can support the channel and what I'm doing here. Everything that I am going to talk about in this segment of the stream is optional. You're under no obligation to do any of these things. But if you would like to help me out, you're more than welcome to. If you want to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego of the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in chat, if you are currently a subscriber, you can throw my emotes into chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through cash money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon linked, if you have your Amazon account linked with your Twitch, you get a token. You can use that for anybody. They've changed what Twitch Prime is going to be, but that doesn't change the fact that you get that token and you can use that on me. which will be nice if you want to do that. It's a new month. If you want to gift a sub, you can be top of the gift sub leaderboard. Bits and coins, always appreciated if you want to be top of that leaderboard. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, it would be great. I'm going to take a sip of water here. But yeah, I mean, like I said, these are optional things that you could do if you were so interested in doing so. And you're already here on Twitch, so it's the easiest way to support what I do here if you want to. I do have other ways, and we'll go through that pretty quickly, and then we'll get back to model kit building. I can delete the September command because we don't need that. I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBaer. Over my Patreon, there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. It would be nice. If you want to join me over on Patreon, you certainly could, and I would love that if you feel like jumping in on there. In the next, like whenever it's going to be, not next week, but the week after. Patreon's choice comes up a bit. That is a thing. The second Tuesday of every month, you can vote on what I do. $3, $5, and $10 tiers. So that'll be the next thing for Patreon. My $10 patrons will vote on what I'm building next, probably. That they often vote on that. That'll come up at some point. So you can get in on that if you want to get in on that. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer. Over to my YouTube channel, you can, of course, subscribe for free, and please do. I make videos there all the time. You can jump in on that. You can also, if you wanted to, become a member. And for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you would have seen yesterday the video that I'll be talking about in a little bit before other people got to see it. So consider jumping on the YouTube channel if you want to do that. Let's see. What else can I tell you? We got that. If you do not want to support me on a monthly basis, but you would like to support me in my endeavors, you can jump into my Ko-Fi or my PayPal directly and make a direct donations. Everything I make through direct donations, YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits and Lego sets and equipment. I've got a backlog of stuff. If you would like to decide what I build next, if you heard me talking at the beginning of the stream about things that I could, be building, you could buy something from my Amazon wish list. If you bought something from my wish list, it would come to me in the mail, of course, and it would jump the queue and become the next thing that I build. I've got Lego sets and model kits. I've got inexpensive stuff. I've got expensive stuff. All kinds of different things that I would be happy to build. There's some stuff that's on sale right now on my wish list. There is a Ultraman armor thing that would be kind of fun to put together. There is a Pokemon Mega Charizard model kit that will be a fun build. That's on sale as well. Good little price on that. Yeah, a bunch of different things and things. If you see something on the wish list you'd like to see me put together, you can always pick it up. You'll get a dedicated video. It jumps the queue, as I said. But I got a bunch of stuff. I got a good amount of Lego in there right now. And I would love to build any of those, especially the Lego money tree. Because while we still have 2025, I should build the money tree, the Lego money tree. It's far late in the Lunar New Year, but why not? That would be a fun build. And also the Dragon Ball Daima, Son Goku, and Piccolo, because I built the other ones, so I wouldn't mind building their friends. That would be cute. And I will say this, I'll point out one model kit that is on sale. Right now, it's like 11% less than it was when it got listed. The Gundam Seed Freedom Dual Blitz Gundam. The Blitz is one of my favorite kits from Seed. Unfortunately, the Dual Blitz takes a little bit of what I liked about the Blitz Gundam and changes it up in a way that I don't love. I think the color scheme of the light purple is gorgeous on this kit, but the Blitz is kind of like not the Death Sights, but Death Sight adjacent, and they kind of made it less cool. Unfortunately, the Dual Blitz it has orange in it, which is a very rare color for Gundam, but it's just not as cool as the Blitz or the regular Blitz. So the Dual Blitz, yeah. It's not. It's a combination of the Dual Gundam and the Blitz Gundam, but like I'm like, it's kind of just more of the Dual than it is the other one. Anyway, that's on my wish list. If you want to see me build that, you could buy it and then I'll build it. That's the thing. My alternative to Amazon is I have a wish list on Throne. I do need to update that, so I will get to that this weekend. I've added that to my things to do, my to-do list. And if you want to support me and you want to be the most convoluted way possible, you can go to USA Gundam Store and you can buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store. They will send me a gift card, a gift card in your email. Then you can send me a whisper on Twitch or a DM on Twitter or Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. Because that would be cool. That would be cool and neat. If you wanted to do that. If you want to support me by not spend any money, join my Discord. I got a cool Discord. We'd love to have you hang out in that Discord. Come hang out. A couple video links for you to check out. The latest episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club was recorded live on Twitch. It is my summer 2025 wrap up and my fall 2025 preview, the season that is beginning, which I will start talking about on Saturday. There has been anime that I want to chat with you about. I will have at least one show to talk about on Saturday and then one old show that I'm finishing up. Because there were a bunch of shows this season that I watched that were 13 episodes, which I don't think is the new normal. I think it was just it happened. And then Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series, and because it's a new month, through all 5 Wednesdays of this month, I'll be talking about my favorite shows from the summer 2025 season, including the show we'll be wrapping up in just a minute or two, City. That's right, I shot this video before I had watched the 13th episode of City, because I was so confident that it was my favorite show of the summer season, and is I'll lock in for my my top 10 list of the year. Is it my favorite anime of 2025? It might be. I don't know yet, but it is definitely in the top 10, and we'll talk about it. But you want the 1-minute version of why you should be watching it, or you should go back and check it out if you missed it. I made that, and that did pretty good for one day of being on. I'm going to double check the numbers here, but I believe, because I do care about the numbers, I believe that is done pretty well for me, viewership-wise, in one day. Yeah, in one day, it has almost exactly the same number of views as last week's, which has obviously a whole week. So that's good. That's very good. That did shockingly well. City the animation. It rules. We're going to talk about City in a moment. Before we get into talking about episodes 12 and 13 of City, what has to happen now is I need to drink some water, which I will. We need to dramatically transition back to the overhead camera, and we need to get back to working on this model kit. And we'll do all of that right now. I don't want to keep fiddling around with this camera, but feeling like, okay, auto exposure for whatever reason just made me very bright. I don't like that, so we'll and then auto white balance on with that. Okay, whatever. I feel washed out in this, but what do you want to do? It is what it is. Let's continue working on this, and then let's talk about episodes 12 and 13 of City. I am glad this show had 13 episodes. Like I said, there were a bunch of shows this season that I was watching that were 13 episodes, but this one I was totally okay with. If you have not seen Nichijou, or you have not read Nichijou, you should definitely watch that, and then you should check out City, because City is unbelievable. City is goddamn gorgeous. It's such a fun show. Let's get into talking about episodes 12 and 13. Nakamura and Nikura decide to join Wako in a photo contest, which we had learned a little bit about previously, and now we're in it. And that's Nakamura wins that, which is great. Then Nikura finds her locket at the antique shop, and she finds it, but obviously can't prove that it's hers. So she's like, I am going to get the money I'm going to buy this back. I'm going to make it happen. She finds this like weird white object that she thinks is attacking her. So she punches it until she falls asleep. And when she wakes up, she found the locket. It's very funny. This show is very fast paced. They spend a lot of time of her punching this thing, trying to defend herself, and then eventually getting very tired and then giving up. Like they put a lot of effort into that scene, which is very funny. Meanwhile, Nagomo is trying to raise money via horse racing, and she's listening to a horse race because she bet on a horse, and then finds out that horse was disqualified. And then she's excited because that horse gets like basically can race again and is going to race, and then it eventually apparently wins. But actually, that horse has been a gazelle this whole time and gets disqualified. And it's another good visual gag that's definitely gazelle and has been a gazelle, but she was unaware of it. Nobody knew. That seems like an oversight. Lord Crashington, you think they would have disqualified it for being gazelle the first time. But yeah. A real goof on their part, on the organizer's part. As you may remember, Echan is going to be moving away. Echan and her best friend have an on again, off again thing. Matsuri and Echan are my favorite characters in the show because they have weird dramatic scenes that are often offset by slapstick. And they are very over the top, and it fucking rules, and it is always a good time. And we get more of that because Echan is making her goodbye. She goes to Western Bistro to say farewell to Matsuri. And then, meanwhile, while she's trying to do that, Tsurubishi, yes, Atara? Yeah, and the editor-in-chief of the magazine are celebrating summer break, the end of summer break their summer break, because remember they were trying to have a regular real summer break even though they're old, and by old I mean like younger than me, but they're drinking sake and they become drunk and start acting the fool, and also Nagumo shows up and is then kind of cheering them on, and that makes them even more foolish, and it's a good silly scene. And then that night, Nagumo, Nikura, and Wako see some shooting stars, and they pray for their future. And this could have been the last episode, and it would have been fun, except the 13th episode whipped so much ass. The one thing I didn't say about Echan trying to say her goodbyes is that Matsuri won't acknowledge it. Matsuri won't listen to her, won't even look at her. And just is being mean, but is clearly hurting. Like, it's clearly she's not trying to be mean. She is trying to be in denial, as if she doesn't see her friend and she doesn't hear goodbyes from her friend, then it's fine. That's like it won't happen, and maybe it's for the best, which is not true. But it's a kid trying to process some stuff. So episode 13. We do get the fucking farewell of Matsuri and Echan. So we do see the Western Bistro where they left off. Adamatara, who has been like the most confident character in the show, gets called out for being a weirdo and has a complete moment of like panic of like, what am I being found out? Which is very unexpected and great. They go to our friends go to the airport on a horse, and that horse is definitely two people in a horse costume, and nobody says anything about it. In a sea of weird shit, City is full of weird stuff. This might be the weirdest thing in the entire run of the show. The fact that nobody mentions that the horse is two people in a horse costume. I love it. I was not expecting it. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? It was so great. But they have their, again, ridiculous. They rode in on a horse to the airport, and the horse is a person, but it just goes to juxtapose with this like real lovely moment. Etchan does not want to say goodbye. And we have this whole goodbye scene. And there's a whole thing of like judo throws happening, or keto throws. I don't know if it's judo or keto, but it's like this long weird thing. And there's this like big philosophical difference that they call each other out on. And it's like lovely. And the end thought is, I'd rather be sad with a friend than sad by myself. And it's pure and lovely. And these two characters are the ones that have existential crises and declarations of love and slapstick nonsense like every other character, but they are the most genuine and real, and it is a lovely, touching, emotional thing that is a good chunk of the episode. And then the rest of the cast has a song and dance number that absolutely fucking rules. It is most of the budget of the episode. It is budget from other episodes, I have to imagine. It is gorgeous looking and funny, and there are references to like a fucking Dragon Quest reference in there, and a bunch of sci-fi stuff and like pop culture stuff. There's been pop culture in this, but this one's even more pop culture-y. There's like a reference to like, what did I write down on here? Oh yeah. Also, there's like pulp adventure stuff, like not exactly Indiana Jones, but other stuff. It is this crazy song and dance with all of the other characters because the restaurant, our restaurant, Western Bistro, has been given a Michelin star. And so everyone in City is like, holy fucking shit, this rules. And they're like basically having a goddamn party because they're so excited about it and so happy for Makabe that they're like throwing a fucking song and dance like thing, and it's cute and funny and great and long. And then we find out that it is actually, when we look at it, it is just a big star and is not a real Michelin star. It is just a thing that was set to make Makabe feel better. It is a gift from the cop in the show. Just like as a nice gesture, and then everyone overreacts, and that was the whole thing. It's so fucking bonkers and great. I love it so much. Now, apparently, I should at this point say that this whole sequence was not dubbed. The song was not dubbed. The characters talking was dubbed, but the song itself, with all the characters singing, was not dubbed. I don't know why some people were mad about that, because apparently this has a really good dub, which I have not heard because I did not watch the dub. But apparently this dub was really strong, and there were some people that were really hoping that this sequence were mad that the sequence wasn't dubbed. To folks that were upset about that, I am sorry to hear that. I am not surprised that it was not dubbed. The lyrics of the song, but yeah, I am sorry for the folks that genuinely were hoping it would be. But other than that, it is probably the best looking scene in the anime. It is an unbelievably great way to go. If you have not seen City, borrow someone's Amazon login. Get to it. Please see it. It is a special show. It is unbelievably gorgeous. This is Kyoto Animation nailing it, knocking it out of the park. This is a unbelievably gorgeous looking show. It's so funny and weird and strange and just like so cool. It's just so cool. I don't know if I want to say. I don't want to say you. I don't want to be like you owe it to yourself to see it, but it's really fucking good, and like you should check it out. Is I guess what I will say. It is easily in my top 10. It might be my favorite anime of the year of 2025. It is certainly up there. Again, I can't say for certain that it's my anime of the year, but like, goddamn if it's not fucking really good. I am gonna panel line these once I get everything together. I've decided. This is we're working on the backpack here. We're getting our wings together for the backpack. But yeah, goddamn if City isn't fucking awesome. It's just so good. I know I've been a broken record about it, and I will be again on Saturday and Monday when I'm still talking about the latest Kuma Baer, which is about City. But holy shit, like, it's just so good. It's just so good. I am not sure what I will be covering on Tuesdays or Thursdays, I should say. I don't know why anyone would expect dub actors to sing unless it was something you hired for at the start, like, say, Bocchi the Rock. Yeah, Lashbrook. I don't know. So, also, if the show hadn't been simul-dubbed, maybe you could make an argument, right? That if, like, the dub was coming out later, that you would figure that thing out and, like, do that. But, yeah, right off the bat, I don't know why you would, and I don't know why anyone was expecting it. But as I said, apparently the dub is really good. I have not heard it, but there was a simul dub, and people were very high on the simul dub. So, if you've been enjoying the dub, you might want every aspect of it to be dubbed. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What aired? Hero Without a Class. I'm not going to watch that. Let's Play. I don't think I'm going to talk about weekly, but maybe I will cover it. I don't think I will. Let's see what else was out there. I don't know what I'm going to be covering on Thursdays right now. No, I'm probably not going to watch that. I am definitely going to watch season 2 of Campfire Cooking in Another World, which next Tuesday the first episode airs. But I don't think I'm going to cover that on stream. I don't think I will. I'm also probably going to watch. Gintama, maybe. Okay, A Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace. The first episode of that airs next Tuesday, or next Monday. And so I might cover that on Mondays. I might cover that on Thursdays. I haven't decided yet. I forgot. A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai started airing on Monday. So maybe I'll watch that and yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be watching Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. I mean, I'm gonna be watching it, so I might cover that on I might cover that on, you know, on stream. I don't know yet. But I am going to be watching it, so. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to be watching on Thursdays, that they're talking about on Thursdays. On Saturday, I will be finishing up Secrets of the Silent Witch, and then starting something. I don't think I'm gonna start Cat's Eye. Did this get picked up? Did anyone pick up the? Oh man, nobody picked up. Nobody picked up the guy that loves lunch, the Crayon Shin-chan spin-off anime. It looks like nobody picked that up. That looked cute. I saved myself with a potion. Did somebody pick that up? Wait, nobody picked that up? It's an isekai. Since when is there an isekai that nobody's fucking watching? Huh? I thought for sure that this was going to be a Crunchyroll. They just didn't announce. The first episode of that aired today. What? I mean, maybe by next week it'll be somewhere, but yeah, did nobody fucking pick up this show? Huh? It's an isekai. When's the last time an isekai didn't get picked up and that wasn't a mini? Because, like, you know, the short episode stuff doesn't get picked up that often. But when's the last time a fucking? Oh, look this up. Let's see if it shows up on Wikipedia. Anime. A light anime television series adapted was announced. Series premiered October 3rd in Tokyo Mix. Media Linked licensed the series in South and East Asia, streaming on Anyone's Asian YouTube channel. So maybe that is, maybe it's got like maybe you can just watch it on there. I don't know. I doubt it, but maybe. Huh. Maybe they're doing their own. I don't know. Sorry that I'm figuring this out now, but I just assumed it had gotten a run. Looking at Annie Asian, I'm going to mute my desktop audio in case a video starts playing. Yeah, this is wild. Let's look at videos. Let's see if, because it did go up. Like looking to see if it showed up. I see the teaser. Huh. That's wild to me that did not end up. Maybe it's a delay. Maybe it's just like gonna come. Maybe like episode 1 and 2 are gonna come out at the same time. Yeah, premieres October 2nd. Huh. Weird. Weird. Yeah, I'm looking to see. Can you pick it up? Animation IDs for the YouTube channel. Press release. Strange. Very strange for an isekai not to be available anywhere, unless it's getting like a late release or something. Streams one, yeah. Oh, it's okay. Apparently, this thing is like 10 minutes, and apparently, according to Reddit, which is not the most trustworthy source, obviously, these are 10-minute episodes. So maybe that explains why nobody picked it up. But you know, yeah, it is described as light animation. So, yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'm not going to be watching that. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to be watching for this weekend. What new shows I'll be checking out. It just like what is available. What am I feeling? What vibe am I in? You know, and then I do, you know, sometimes give up on stuff. I'll start with two things. Sometimes I'll drop a show because I'm like, oh, I actually don't like watching this. Turns out I'm not enjoying watching it. But, you know, it happens. Now is the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? What do you got going on? I always love hearing from you about those things and things. So please let me know what you're up to and into, because it's cool for me to find out. I have beaten Unfair Flips. I have beaten one more time since Tuesday's stream. I am trying to get the ending that I haven't gotten. I have one achievement left, which is getting the ending, the one ending that I don't have. So I am endeavoring to get that. No luck so far. I'm just repeating ending. Got a repeat ending that I've already had before, which is the flip that just keeps flipping and going and never lands, which is fine, but not what I wanted. The person in the bear mask does look up. It does kind of look up because, you know, it's like, wait, where'd that coin go? Which is a good little bit of business. Playing more Hearthstone. I have a couple decks that I'm enjoying in Hearthstone, so I've been playing that. I have been doing... there's a new card for the next expansion, which comes out at some point. I don't know exactly when. I haven't looked it up. And that new card is not great. If there are more of these like rewind as a mechanic seems like it's very slow and not particularly interesting. But basically the idea is that like you can discover a card and then you can choose to rewind to rediscover new sets of cards. And that's maybe interesting, but seems very slow. So I'm not like super amped about it. But hopefully that's not like the main thing. Hopefully there aren't like a ton of those cards. But my general thought is, nah, that's fine. But, you know, I'm still playing Hearthstone, still enjoying my time with it. Still having a good time with that. And then, what else? I didn't play any of Nubby's Number Factory today. There was an update to Nubby's Number Factory, or sorry, there was a, there's not an update, there was an announcement of when the update is coming. The update to Nubby's Number Factory is coming in November. The developer put out a thing, scrapping one thing because he's focusing on getting this out, and so he just had too much coming in the update. But the cosmetic stuff is coming, and the new Nubby, there is one new, there's one new supervisor coming. So so that information is out there now. And I believe that is November. So I'll probably do another Nubby's Number Factory stream in November when we'll finally be able to celebrate Nubby November, which I now wish I hadn't said. But I did say that. I did say Nubby's November. So, you know, finally, after so many years, we can break the curse of no Nubby November. That's probably the better joke that I should have said first. Oh, well. I also didn't need to say any of it or talk through the process, but here we are. And then what else? I mean, I'm playing Hades 2. I don't know what to tell you. I'm playing Hades 2 and I'm not good at it. I was up pretty late last night playing Hades 2, kind of cursing, because I'm just not particularly skilled at the game, but it's really fucking good, and I'm having a good time when I'm not mad. When I'm not mad, I'm having a great fucking time. And even when I'm mad, I'm still having a pretty okay time. I'm still having a pretty good time with Hades 2. It's still going real good. I'm still really liking it. Last night, watched some professional wrestling, and I a good time with that. I mean, we talked about we'll keep talking about as more matches get announced. We're gonna have Drolistico versus Eddie Kingston on Saturday. If you're watching Collision, it is airing starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, but it might start late because of sports. So it's starting early, but might actually start late depending. And it's running coast to coast, so no West Coast replay. And then Collision is next Tuesday, and the only match scheduled for Collision not Collision. Dynamite next week, instead of being on a Wednesday, is on a Tuesday. We don't know any more information about that except that it's that we know that. So if you want to see Title Tuesday, we know that Mercedes Moné is defending her TBS championship against someone from Florida. And I'm like, the only wrestler that I know is actually from Florida, who is a lady who's from Florida, from Florida, born there, and wrestles out of Florida, is Diamante. So I guess it could be Diamante, which is not interesting. I mean, Diamante is a fucking good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. She's fucking cool. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna fucking do it. But again, I don't know. I don't know who else is a women's wrestler that is from Florida. I'm like, I don't fucking know. I know a couple women who are from Florida and who are wrestlers, but they're in NXT. They're WWE wrestlers, so I'm like, I don't think any of them's contract is ended, so I don't fucking know. Lord Crashy says, I started Consume Me. It's pretty cool for a game about teenage eating disorders. Yes, we did check out a while back the demo for Consume Me. We played that on a Steam demo day, and I find that game to be pretty compelling and kind of a rough game to play through, and I can imagine it getting heavier and tougher. But it was certainly interesting. So I am going to pick that up at some point. I don't know when I'm going to pick that up. I don't expect to stream it because I did stream the demo. So I don't have any necessarily plans to stream that again. Okay, so where does this sticker go? Goes like here? Okay, I guess it goes there. It's a weird sticker. Lashberg says, I played the Power Wash demo, Power Wash Simulator 2. And I've been kind of bugbear about making a new game. But there are a lot of changes, especially to the graphics and audio, that didn't really come across in the trailer that completely turned my opinion around. Yeah, I have done my best to avoid anything other than the trailer. I have not played the demo yet. We will be playing that next Tuesday on stream. I will be checking out that demo for as much of the stream as possible, and then maybe if we switch to something else, we'll switch to something else if it's over too early. But I am very interested in checking that out. I look forward to seeing all the stuff and all the changes to Power Simulator 2. But yeah, again, I'm going to go in pretty cold on that demo, but I'm excited to try it out and see what the deal is. All right, and then I got to put this in, and I don't quite understand how this goes. You go like this. Okay. So we put a silver sticker on here just so that it would reflect behind the orange, which is cool. That's a cool bit of business. And then we got to put B10 and B12 in there. I'm double checking. I'm just going to look at this photo big here. Oh, okay. And then one goes on the other side. That's what it's telling me, is that B13 goes on the other side. Okay. That's a cool looking head for this grunt. This grunt's got a cool looking head. So we'll minimize it over there. And put on these other parts. B10, and then B13 and B12. Only one sticker for the head, and it was a nice big sticker, so I appreciate that at the end of a stream. Yeah, I'm excited about Power Wash Simulator. I understand some people were like, they could have just put more packs out and more stages, but like, I'm happy for them that they're doing a sequel game. I'm more than willing. There's going to be a location to decorate. Am I going to be super into the location to decorate? Like, I don't know. I won't know until I'm really playing it. But I am a little surprised they didn't do another early access, that they're just going to put it out. But that's also exciting because I don't know what's going on with that. So I won't know until it comes out, like all the pieces and parts for it. So that's like kind of exciting to be figuring out as we play it. I will say this. When Power Wash Simulator came out in piecemeal, it was nice to be, from a streaming standpoint, it was nice to be like, oh, every couple months we'll check back in with Power Wash Simulator and just pick up where we left off. With it all coming out at once, I'm not going to show everything for it. I'm going to stream it. I'm definitely going to stream it a couple times, and I haven't quite decided yet, but I might do something. I might do it multiple weeks in a row. We might do like 2 weeks of Power Wash Simulator and do like 2 streams, that kind of thing. I might be embedded with it. We might do a residency of it, that kind of thing. I haven't quite figured out that part yet, but I am certainly considering doing a little bit more than I normally do. It's rare that I will play a game on stream twice in a row. I have occasionally played a game that I liked so much that I put it up for a poll for my $10 patrons, and they voted for it, or my $3, $5, and $10 patrons, about for my Patreon's Choice stream. I have on occasion picked a game that, put up like, hey, we just played this, but I really liked it. So that has happened now and again. But I might just say like, hey, we're going to do 2 weeks of Power Wash Simulator 2. And then, check in again in another month or something. For whatever reason, this piece is not working, and I don't know why this isn't working. I'm going to maybe read the words that they say in here. But I'm trying to get these fins in, and I can't. So let's see what this language says here. Last says, I randomly decided to pick up Contra 3, and I have beaten it for the first time in my life with cheats to give me more lives. It's also one of those games you beat, and it goes, congratulations, but you need to play on a higher difficulty. Oh, one of those games. A game for jerks. Okay. So now I've beaten easy and normal, and I'm working on hard difficulty. Difficulty is interesting because it isn't just throwing more guys at you, but changing behaviors as well. Okay, well, I guess, you know what? I was premature in my declaration of jerks. Okay, it just says press in firmly. That's all it tells me is press in firmly. Maybe I'm supposed to do the side wings before I do the headpiece. But it doesn't give me the order like 1 and 2. So I don't think that's right. All I know is this is not flipping in. I'm going to try to pop this piece out and then see if that's... I mean, it's possible I just did this wrong, but I don't think I did. There's only so many pieces. So I'm going to try to put the side wings here, side fins in first, and then put the top in, because maybe I'm messing it up. Yeah, I guess I was premature in saying it's for jerks, but the fact that they're like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this again. But I mean, if they're changing up the behaviors of the people you're fighting, that's kind of cool. Lord Crash says, I've heard that anime is for jerks. Yeah, people have said that. I don't know. The thing is, the phrase or the sentence, anime is for jerks, is, people don't know this. I'll let you in on a secret. It's followed by a parenthetical that says, and I'm one of the jerks. Because the people that say that are also jerks. Because they also watch anime. All right, let's panel line this and we're done. I don't like that these two fins are different sizes. I think that is on purpose, and I'm going to say right off the bat, I don't like that they're on purpose. It's kind of for jerks. Yeah. Oh, for he's saying, oh, you're talking about Contra 3. I don't think any different ending waited for me except maybe different text. Yeah. I don't imagine Contra. Hey, I might be wrong. Contra 3 might have a different ending on the highest difficulty for cool guys and gals and non-binary pals that do it. But it also might just be like, you've beaten everything. That's weird. They might also be assholes about it. But yeah, you might, you know, if you're enjoying it, that's awesome. And I always say this, folks. Yeah, fucking add some cheats in there. I don't give a shit. I'm never going to tell you not. You've watched me play Persona 4 Golden with cheats. You've watched me use cheats to mess around and play through Persona 4. Like, I don't got a problem with that stuff, right? I've made videos looking at Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4's variety of mods, weird mods and stuff, some of which are cheats. I do not care about that stuff. I am not going to be like, you shouldn't. You gotta play it the way that was intended, or not, or just don't play. Like, nah, fuck all that. Play how you want to play. It's fun. Have fun with it. It's fucking video games. You have my permission to just play fucking video games as you want. I don't care. You're not making a list of, you're not ranking. You're not doing a science when it comes to games. So just have fun with it. Now, if you're reviewing it in a professional setting, then yeah, play the game as it is in there or whatever. But if you bought a game and you're playing a video game, fucking play that video game. Enjoy. All right. This is the progress we have made on this kit. It looks like a jet. It will look more like a jet as we build it. As we continue to build this thing. I'm going to do the fins like that so we can set it like that. Yeah. This is the Union flag. I will continue to work on the Union flag on Saturday. I don't think I'm going to finish this kit, but I'm going to build a bunch of it on Saturday. And I hope you will join me for Saturday's stream. What's going to happen now is we are going to go raid. We're going to go find someone doing cool stuff out there that we want to go spend a little time with. There's not a lot of you here tonight, which is okay, but I hope you will come along on this raid as we go find somebody doing cool shit and go give them a little bit of love, and we'll keep the party going. Speaking of Hades 2, my friend P2 is playing Hades 2, so let's go hang out with P2. Let's not backseat, of course, but we'll go in and enjoy P2 playing the game, doing their thing. Get a little VTuber action on a Thursday, and then we will be back. I will be back on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern to continue working on the Union Flag high grade and talking about new anime, wrapping up an old anime, talking about some new anime, talking about video games and wrestling and anime and music and all kinds of things and things. I hope you'll come along, and I'll come hang out on Saturday. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.